All right, and welcome to episode 4, bandfights.com, the great tournament. I'm Itty.
Bobby Iraq.
As usual, is my co-pilot on the Titanic here. Our special guest panelist this week is Brad McDonald, BMAC.
What's going on, guys?
Welcome to the program.
Thank you.
Yes.
I think.
So far.
So far, so good. So we got I know we had Elvis versus Live a few episodes ago, and that turned out to be a really big mismatch. But this
Live packed up his fried peanut butter sandwich and hit the road.
That's right.
You got it.
So, but I think this episode we've got an even more lopsided mismatch.
David versus Goliath.
It's gonna be it's more like Mike Tyson versus. Say Roy Jones Jr. can't make his fight tomorrow against Tyson, and BR's there instead.
Whoa! Listen, there might be some fans out there. You're hurting their feelings, although they don't know who's up against who yet.
All right. Well, I should probably explain how this whole this whole thing works. So, how this tournament works, or how these matchups work anyway. We take each artist's top 5 on Spotify. We match up song 1 versus song 1, song 2 versus song 2, and so on until we have 5 matchups. The 3 panelists will then vote on which song they like better to determine the point for that song. We do this for 5 songs, with the first band to win 3 points declared the winner and moving on in the tournament. We have provided links for all the songs below involved in the competition, so we encourage you to pause the video and play along. For bracket information and past matchups, please visit www.bandfights.com. Okay, so today's matchup is AC/DC versus the Dave Matthews Band.
Whoa!
Yeah.
Interesting.
I think AC/DC in my analogy earlier is Mike Tyson, and Dave Matthews is you.
Oh, ouch!
So Live versus Elvis. Live got 1 vote.
One vote out of 5 songs.
Yeah,
1 vote.
The over/under on Dave Matthews is half a vote here. So
I don't know.
I'm taking the under.
Should we just declare a winner and move on to week 5?
No, we gotta listen to the song.
Yeah, come on.
That's why we play the game, right? You never know.
Hey, and I do want to say one thing.
A puck could hit Tommy Salo in the head.
Sometimes you do know. If Mike Tyson took on Bobby Rock,
yeah,
it's lights out for Bobby Rock.
Well, no.
Well, maybe if it was a singing contest.
Not if he forgets a jock and I hit him in the old twig and berries. Come on.
That's right. You can go Ric Flair on him and blade him.
The thing I like about this, though, is you could be in this case, AC/DC mode, but then all of a sudden, Dave Matthews' little chill out music, and who knows? You could get in that mood and you go, you know what, I like that song better than the other. Give him a chance. Give him a chance.
All right, I guess we'll.
Come on.
Well, we're contractually obligated to listen to the songs.
Yes, we are.
So, at least I get to listen.
I didn't sign anything.
At least I get to listen to some AC/DC.
Right on.
Our first song is going to be "Back in Black" for AC/DC, and "Crash Into Me" by the Dave Matthews Band.
Love it.
After song 1, I guess, you know what? I got accused of cheating last time by taking the deciding vote a lot, so this time I'm going to go first.
All right.
Back in Black. BR. I guess I should give some reasons. Back in Black is awesome. The Dave Matthews song was a snooze fest.
Straight shooter. Love it.
I mean, AC/DC is like one of my favorite bands, and Dave Matthews is, I don't know. Dave Matthews is, they're like soft Radiohead.
Oh, jeez.
So
I think there's a pill for that.
Yeah.
They are flaccid Radiohead. So yeah, it's Back in Black.
All right.
Bobby?
Well, I could not go against the gods of rock and roll. And you can't go from losing Bon Scott to Brian Johnson and the crew releasing such a strong song such as that. It's a rarity. So Back in Black for me.
B-Mac?
Obviously, unanimously, Back in Black. I mean, great song. It was a statement, like smooth transition from the Bon Scott era to the Brian Johnson era. Kind of feeling bad for Dave Matthews at this point.
It's only one song.
Yeah, it's gonna get what? It's gonna go. It might get worse. So, all right, it's a unanimous decision here. 3-0 Back in Black. So, I guess on to song 2. Song 2, it's going to be Highway to Hell for AC/DC and Ants Marching by the Dave Matthews Band. Well, like I said, I'll take the lead on this one again. Highway to Hell, B-Mac?
Highway to Hell, yeah, you said it. No contest.
Come on, I'm telling you, Dave Matthews Band's very, very good. The playing is very
technically
very good.
Musically very good.
Yeah,
but I'm still choosing Highway to Hell.
Yeah, I'm not.
You can't go against an iconic.
I'm not saying that Dave Matthews has no value and he sucks or anything, but
that's what you said off camera.
Okay, I did say that. I mean, Ants Marching, it totally sounded like, I don't know how many Canadians are out there that are watching this. Probably just as many as Americans, like 0.
I don't think he is Canadian, is he?
No, not Dave Matthews. But like I was saying while we were listening to the song, Ants Marching sounded like it had the feel, at least musically, of Great Big Sea.
Oh, okay.
So I know Canadians will know who Great Big Sea is.
Yeah.
Some Americans might too, but but overall, like AC/DC's going deep in this tournament. Like they're hands down, they're my favorite band. Like they're.
So you're biased.
Why have the tournament?
Because it's about the song. Like I don't like. There's other songs that I love.
You had to think about that one.
That aren't. I did have to think about that because it's just a foregone conclusion. AC/DC is going to win it all. Well, that's why I have other panelists to outvote me. So, but you guys
unless you vote last.
Unless I vote last, and then I can stack the deck.
Right.
So.
Yeah.
Anyway, AC/DC is up now 2-0, and to see if they can somehow complete the sweep, this is going to be tough because it's a little-known song by AC/DC called "Thunderstruck" versus "The Space Between" for Dave Matthews. All right, song 3. Thunderstruck versus The Space Between. Thunderstruck. It has to be.
You just look disgusted.
No, The Space Between is a good song. It's so far it's the best Dave Matthews song we've listened to. It's still that same mellow beat, but it's a better song. Like it's a better constructed song. It's not as mellow as the first two.
Yeah, of the 3, I enjoyed that.
Yeah, absolutely. So did I. But I mean,
I didn't enjoy it more than Thunderstruck.
Yeah, though. Thunderstruck is the best. So, B-Mac, you're Thunderstruck. You're Thunderstruck.
I don't know. I'm gonna go on a limb here.
All right, former co-host, go ahead.
I'm only saying just because I've never been a fan of Thunderstruck. Like I just never have been.
Well,
and The Space Between is probably one of Dave Matthews' better songs. So I'm going to choose, even though it doesn't matter, I'm going to choose the space between.
Well,
In this case.
well, if you want
And
to,
we'll see you later.
if you want to destroy your own credibility, that's fine. I have no problem with that.
No problem.
All right, but AC/DC has completed the sweep. Dave Matthews did get a vote, though. So
Well, there you go. And it might have been a pity vote, but it is what it is.
No,
I just had to be honest.
You know what? I don't believe you're honest, but whatever.
All right.
You're the Donald Trump of band fights.
Oh, jeez. I'm just making Dave Matthews great again.
For the first time.
All right, so AC/DC wins this matchup 3-0, and well, let's see if he can do the Elvis sweep. So for song 4, we got "You Shook Me All Night Long" by AC/DC and "You and Me" by Dave Matthews. Okay, song 4. I know it really doesn't matter too much. It's just more or less AC/DC, stomping on the back of the neck on the corpse, but.
Oh, jeez.
Wow. Not to get too graphic.
It's a horrible picture.
You shook me all night long. I'll continue to go first.
Thank God, because we want to give Dave Matthews a chance.
I'm going to vote for You Shook Me All Night Long, although I'm going to either give you some credibility back or I'm going to destroy my own credibility. But I think if the previous Dave Matthews song was against Shook Me All Night Long, I might have voted for it because I'm not a huge fan of You Shook Me All Night Long. It's just, I've heard that song so like 100 million times. I really don't need to hear it again. So, but it's
a good song.
But it's
right.
It's still better than that song. So I'm voting for You Shook Me All Night Long.
No, apparently not.
Anyway, so BMAC.
I've got to concur. You Shook Me All Night Long. It is massively overplayed, but at the same time, it's overplayed for a reason because it's a great song.
Exactly.
That's true, but yeah, I mean, we do have to go off our own personal thing. Like I was saying, when I hear it on the radio, I keep flipping because
Well, it's one of my favorite Angus Young solos. Like, it's just.
Yeah, I mean, it's all personal for me. I would never say it's not a great song, or try to convince you to vote against it. But anyway, so
you know what? It's iconic. It stood the test of time. I don't know how many years now.
Well, it came out in 1980, so it's been 30 years.
Oh my
40
gosh.
years.
Yeah,
40 if you use actual math.
Right. And it's as relevant today as it was way back then. So You Shook Me All Night Long for me.
All right.
Doesn't stand a chance.
So AC/DC now up 4-0. But Dave Matthews did get a vote, which I did take the under. So this is now Vegas's house. Vegas will now own this. So
Beer-soaked house.
Beer-soaked house. So we're on to our 5th song for AC/DC. It's going to be TNT and Satellite for Dave Matthews. So, yeah. All right, and we're back after song 5. And AC/DC is already up 4-0. So I'm going to continue to do as I've done and go first and vote for AC/DC.
Even in the next round, you're going to vote for AC/DC.
Yeah, I'll find a way. So, yeah.
Just declare him the winner.
Yeah, TNT is so good. I mean, I guess we should come clean. We all used to be in a band together. We used to cover TNT every show. And, I mean, I love that song now just as much as the first time I heard it. I love playing it. It was great, and it still is. And I mean, Satellite, it's another Dave Matthews song that
falls flat a little bit.
Yeah, all the Dave Matthews songs kind of blend together. None of them really, except for the third one, none of them really stand out. So, yeah, it's TNT for me again.
Yeah, for me, TNT as well. It's so great. Not even we could ruin it.
Yeah.
Despite our best efforts.
Yeah. No matter how much beer you drank, it's still the same
Still
power
sounding
chords.
good.
Still sounding good. everybody in the bar likes it. So
Well, you know what? I used to play satellite in my old acoustic band. No, I was just trying to come clean there. But anyways, TNT, yeah, it's no contest. I can't even fool myself. Dave Matthews, I've already given the sympathy vote. I couldn't let him get shut down, man.
Dave Matthews is a dead corpse. Angus is stomping on him. Just
Oh,
stop.
jeez.
It's over.
luckily, Angus
Call it. It's over.
Luckily, he's a 65-year-old man that weighs like 110 pounds. So he doesn't have a lot of stomping power anymore.
I bet you he does.
Actually, doing that duck walk for 50 years probably.
Well, he's
probably
probably
got
killer calves.
So AC/DC wins this 5-0, just as everybody predicted, especially me. AC/DC wins the whole tournament on the strength of this. No, just kidding.
If only Dave Matthews was up against like Radiohead.
But as we record this, as luck would have it, we're recording this in late November of 2020, the worst year ever. But AC/DC dropped Power Up a couple of weeks ago, so I guess it might be more interesting to give our thoughts on that than this actual matchup. So I'll give my thoughts. I think it kills me to say this, but I think it's time for Angus to hang up the schoolboy uniform. Like they're clearly Tom Brady as a Tampa Bay Buccaneer right at this point. You know, they're just padding the stats.
Not sure what down it is.
Yeah, they're just padding the stats. They're like they still come up with a couple good songs here and there, but as far as this album and Rock or Bust, which was the one before it, where they had all the problems and Malcolm was sick and couldn't tour on it, but they're solid. They write solid blues songs, and they're not great and they're not bad. They're just, you know, they're solid songs. I'll buy the album. I'll support it. I mean, I enjoy the songs, but yeah, I think I wouldn't feel bad. I would never say that they have to. They should have retired. I mean, I'll never say that to an artist or anybody that's doing what they love. If they love writing music, clearly Angus does. He could have easily hung it up when Malcolm passed away, but he, if he wants to write music until he dies, go ahead, do it. You've earned the right to do that. So.
Well, I think this album was a tribute to Malcolm as well, from what I've been reading on other reviews. And I mean, for me, half the songs were great, and the other half of the songs I probably would never listen to again. But
the thing
I do disagree with you on the fact that you can't change, you can't fix what's not broken. And they're back with this original lineup. Minus Malcolm.
I'm glad they got Brian Johnson back. It wouldn't really be AC/DC at this point to bring in somebody new. It'd be Van Halen with Gary Cherone. It's it's kind of like a footnote. It doesn't really count.
I thought that was pretty awesome, actually.
Hey, Gary.
Hey, I was a big fan of that lineup, by the way.
Yeah, but
what was your really quick? What was your thought on and you too of Axl Rose touring with AC/DC?
It was interesting to me, but I didn't really like. But it kind of feels like Guns N' Roses covering AC/DC songs, right? It's not AC/DC. I mean, you still got Angus doing his thing, and Phil Rudd wasn't playing either. He was having his own troubles too. So you only had Cliff and Angus, but it's more. I mean, we've seen all these great bands cover AC/DC songs, and to me, watching Axl sing AC/DC songs is like Guns N' Roses covering AC/DC.
Yeah. What do you think?
Yeah, I didn't mind it. Like, love Guns N' Roses.
Yeah, I
Axl has a very unique voice.
Yeah, absolutely.
Strong.
Well,
it kind of lends itself
too.
Yeah, he's
right?
Oh yeah, absolutely.
Brian Johnson. Like maybe he's Brian Johnson 20 years younger. And
yeah, no, you're right. He does have that
40 pounds later, or 30 pounds later.
Lighter than Brian Johnson, or
Heavier? I don't know.
I was gonna say.
But Axl was very professional about it, and like just
Shockingly
paid
professional.
paid tribute to those songs. Like didn't mess him up with his own stuff. Like he just went and kicked some ass.
Yeah,
and
yeah.
I was pretty impressed.
No.
I don't think I would have liked them doing a new album with Axl Rose.
Yeah,
Then
that's what
I'd agree
I
with
didn't
you.
have a problem with them finishing that tour with Axl and doing. I mean, again, it's kind of a cool little footnote to have seen
Yeah.
that live. I missed the last tour.
But if they would have recorded with them, I would have said, "Okay, guys,
yeah,
now
then
it's
then
time
it's,
to
then it's
just,
Gary Sharon territory.
it's
where
time to
you're-
hang it up."
You go,
But
it's kind of just like a footnote thing, but
stop
hey.
saying that about Gary Sharon. It's hurting my feelings.
hey,
Gary, if you're watching this,
hey, I'll
Van Halen will win their next matchup.
and Gary, if you're watching this, Extreme is going to win their matchup.
Oh, jeez.
And you're going to actually be singing on those songs. So there.
Oh.
So put that in your pipe.
Put that
Yeah.
in your footnote.
So anyway, we're gonna close this episode. So thanks for watching. Don't forget to like, share, subscribe. If you're a Dave Matthews fan, please try to explain to me how they're better than AC/DC. I really want
In
comment.
essay form, please.
Yeah.
Yes, please.
Yeah, and especially if you can tie it up with some kind of conspiracy theory like Flat Earth or QAnon or something crazy. That would be fantastic.
Yes, I'm gonna have to look those up.
So anyway, this was AC/DC destroying the Dave Matthews Band. So stay tuned next week. Our matchup is going to be much more interesting. It's another monster of rock. Van Halen is going to be taking on Finger 11.
Oh.
So tune in every Thursday. We release another band fight. So yeah, until then, keep rocking, and we'll see you next week.
Oi.